Welcome back to the channel, you lot. Today, we're diving headfirst into a culinary danger zone. We're talking about the most sinister ingredients from around the bloody globe, the ones that'll send you running to the hospital faster than you can say overcooked chicken. We're talking about the kind of food that requires a bloody license to prepare, the kind that could knock you dead with a single solitary bite. Listen up, because this isn't your grandmother's cooking show, this is about survival. Remember, this is for educational purposes only. Don't try this at home, you're not ready for this pressure. Now let's get started, shall we? Welcome to the Academy of Vitality and Health. Here we focus on helping you live healthier, teach you about your health and body, feel amazing, and improve your lifestyle. Join us on the journey to vitality and well-being. Let's discover a healthier, happier life together. First up, we've got fugu, the infamous Japanese pufferfish. At first glance, it might look like just another quirky sea creature, but don't let its innocent face fool you. This fish is a true paradox, celebrated as a luxurious delicacy, yet feared for its potentially lethal bite. Fugu is a dish that sits at the razor's edge between exquisite taste and deadly danger, and it's not for the faint of heart. Believe it or not, this little fish is more poisonous than a bloody rattlesnake. In fact, it's one of the most toxic animals on the planet. The danger is so real that Japanese restaurants serving fugu often display warning signs, and the mere mention of its name can send a chill down the spine of even the bravest foodies. The culprit behind its deadly reputation is tetrodotoxin, a powerful neurotoxin found in the fish's organs, especially the liver, ovaries, and skin. To put it in perspective, tetrodotoxin is about 1,200 times deadlier than cyanide. Just a tiny amount, smaller than the head of a pin, can kill an adult human in a matter of hours. There's no known antidote, and the symptoms are terrifying: numbness, dizziness, paralysis, and, if you're unlucky, complete respiratory failure. One wrong move during preparation and you're looking at a nightmare scenario: respiratory failure, total paralysis, and a one-way ticket to the morgue. It's not an exaggeration. This is a dish where the margin for error is razor thin. You think I'm joking? There have been real cases of diners collapsing mid-meal, and emergency rooms in Japan are all too familiar with fugu poisoning. That's why only a handful of chefs in the world are licensed to prepare fugu. These culinary daredevils train for years, sometimes over a decade, mastering the intricate art of removing the toxic organs with surgical precision. They must pass grueling exams, both written and practical, and even then, only a select few earn the right to serve this notorious dish. It's a badge of honor, but also a heavy responsibility. Imagine the pressure: one slip of the knife, one careless cut, and it's curtains for the customer. Every slice is a test of skill and nerves, and even the most experienced chefs know that the stakes couldn't be higher. The tension in the kitchen is palpable and the risk is ever present. So, unless you fancy playing Russian roulette with your sushi, I suggest you steer clear of this deadly delicacy. Fugu may be a symbol of culinary bravery and tradition, but remember, one bite could be your last. Sometimes the thrill just isn't worth the risk. Next up, we're heading to the Caribbean, a region famous for its sun-soaked beaches, vibrant culture, and of course, its unique and sometimes mysterious cuisine. The islands are a melting pot of flavors, colors, and traditions, where every meal tells a story, and every ingredient has a history. But among the many tropical delights, there's one fruit that stands out for its beauty, and its danger. Today, we're here to sample the legendary ackee fruit, a staple in Jamaican cooking, and a symbol of Caribbean identity. It's often paired with saltfish to create Jamaica's national dish, and locals will tell you there's nothing quite like it. At first glance, the ackee looks like any other tropical fruit. Its bright red skin and creamy yellow flesh are certainly inviting, but don't let its cheerful appearance fool you. This fruit is as much a gamble as it is a delicacy. If you pick or eat ackee before it's fully ripe, you're playing with fire. Unripe ackee contains a toxin called hypoglycin, which can send your blood sugar plummeting faster than a drop soufflé. This isn't just a mild stomachache we're talking about, this is serious business. The consequences can be severe and even life-threatening. We're talking about intense vomiting, uncontrollable seizures, and in the worst cases, slipping into a coma. It's so notorious that locals call it Jamaican vomiting sickness. And if you take a closer look inside the fruit, you'll see those glossy black seeds. They might look harmless, but they're actually pure poison. Eating even a small amount can be fatal. That's why before anyone dares to cook with ackee, the seeds must be removed with extreme care. Every trace of them has to go, and the creamy flesh must be thoroughly cleaned. Only then is it safe to move on to the next step. But the danger doesn't end there. Even after cleaning, ackee needs to be boiled and cooked properly to neutralize any lingering toxins. It's a delicate process that requires skill and patience. One wrong move, and the consequences can be dire. So if you're ever tempted to try this Caribbean delicacy, remember, get it wrong, and you might find yourself trading the turquoise waters and sandy beaches for a hospital bed with a view. Definitely not the kind of vacation memory you want to take home. Now let's talk about cassava, a starchy root vegetable that's a staple food in many parts of the world. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. Cassava contains cyanogenic glycosides which release cyanide when ingested. That's right, the same stuff they use in bloody spy movies. Eating raw or improperly prepared cassava can lead to cyanide poisoning, causing vomiting, dizziness, even death. It's like playing culinary Russian roulette with your root vegetables. The key is to peel and cook it thoroughly to break down those nasty toxins. Leave it to the experts or you might end up with a one-way ticket to the emergency room. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of sanakji, a Korean delicacy that's not for the faint of heart. If you thought you'd seen it all when it comes to adventurous eating, think again. This dish is a rite of passage for thrill-seeking foodies visiting Korea, and it's as much about bravery as it is about taste. The bustling night markets of Seoul are filled with sizzling sounds, neon lights, and the unmistakable aroma of street food, but nothing quite prepares you for what's about to come next. Sanakji is live octopus, chopped up right before your eyes and served to you while the tentacles are still wriggling on the plate. The chef's knife moves quickly, slicing the octopus into bite-sized pieces, but the nerves in the tentacles keep them moving for several minutes after. It's a mesmerizing, slightly unsettling sight, tiny pieces of octopus squirming and curling, as if they're trying to escape your chopsticks. For many, the thrill is in the movement, the freshness, and the challenge of eating something so alive. But here's where things get serious. The danger with sanakji isn't about toxins or bad seafood, it's about the very real risk of choking. Restaurants often post warning signs and servers sometimes offer a word of caution to first-timers. The nerves in the tentacles keep those suction cups active, and they can latch onto anything they touch, including the inside of your mouth or throat. Those suckers are still moving, and those suction cups are no joke. They grip with surprising strength, making each bite a test of your chewing skills and your nerves. If you're not careful, a tentacle can stick to your throat, making it difficult or even impossible to swallow. It's a sensation that's both thrilling and terrifying, and it's not something to take lightly. If you don't chew your food thoroughly, you risk having those tentacles latch onto your throat, blocking your airway. It's not just an urban legend. There have been real cases where diners underestimated the dish and paid the price. The key is to chew and chew some more, making sure every last suction cup is neutralized before you even think about swallowing. Sadly, people have choked to death on this dish. Emergency services have been called to restaurants, and news headlines have warned about the dangers. It's a sobering reminder that food can be as dangerous as it is delicious, especially when tradition and thrill-seeking collide. Sanakji is not just a meal, it's a challenge, and it demands respect. So unless you're a professional competitive eater with a death wish, I suggest you stick to your sushi rolls. There's no shame in enjoying the flavors of the sea without risking your life. After all, food should be about pleasure, not peril. If you're feeling adventurous, maybe try a spicy tuna roll instead. You'll get all the excitement with none of the danger. Now, we all love a good rhubarb pie, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the leaves on the rhubarb stalk. You see, while the stalks are perfectly safe to eat, the leaves are a different story altogether. Rhubarb leaves contain oxalic acid, a toxic compound that can cause kidney stones, weakness, even bloody respiratory problems. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, hands off the leaves, you muppet. So, next time you're whipping up a rhubarb crumble, remember to discard those leaves. Your kidneys will thank you for it. Let's move on to something truly terrifying, the deathcap mushroom. This unassuming fungus is responsible for more fatal mushroom poisonings than any other in the world. One bite of this bad boy, and you're looking at liver and kidney failure, coma, and a very real possibility of death. It's like playing Russian roulette with your fungi, and the odds are never in your favor. The toxins in deathcap mushrooms are so potent that they can withstand cooking, freezing, even drying. There's no antidote, no second chances. So, unless you're a trained mycologist, I suggest you admire these deadly beauties from afar. Now, Let's talk about elderberries. Yes, those little berries that everyone raves about for their supposed health benefits. But here's the catch. Raw elderberries, along with the leaves and stems, contain cyanogenic glycosides. That's right, more bloody cyanide. Ingesting these parts of the plant can lead to nausea, vomiting, even respiratory distress. It's like Mother Nature's way of saying, cook me properly, or suffer the consequences. So, unless you're a fan of spending your day throwing up, make sure you cook those elderberries thoroughly before turning them into jams, jellies, or syrups. Next up we have nutmeg, the spice that gives your eggnog that warm, festive flavor. But don't let its innocent appearance fool you. This spice packs a potent punch when consumed in large quantities. We're talking about hallucinations, seizures, even psychosis. It's like taking a psychedelic trip gone wrong, and trust me, you don't want to go there. So next time you're grating nutmeg into your holiday treats, remember that a little goes a long way. Too much of a good thing can be downright dangerous. Let's talk about red kidney beans, a staple in many cuisines around the world. But beware, my friends, for these legumes harbor a dark secret. Raw or undercooked red kidney beans contain a toxic compound called phytohemagglutinin. This nasty little toxin can wreak havoc on your digestive system, causing severe nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. It's like unleashing a culinary weapon of mass destruction on your intestines. The good news is, proper cooking deactivates the toxin, so make sure those beans are boiled for at least 10 minutes to avoid a gastrointestinal disaster. Last but not least, we have starfruit, the exotic fruit with a star-shaped cross-section. While it may look like something out of a tropical paradise, starfruit can be deadly for people with kidney problems. This innocent-looking fruit contains neurotoxins that healthy kidneys can filter out, but for those with kidney issues it can lead to hiccups, vomiting, weakness, and even seizures. It's like playing Russian roulette with your fruit salad. So if you have any kidney problems, it's best to steer clear of starfruit altogether. Your health is not worth the risk. So, there you have it. 10 of the most dangerous ingredients from around the world. Remember, the kitchen can be a dangerous place if you're not careful. Always do your research, handle food with care, and when in doubt, throw it out. Which ingredient surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more culinary adventures. Until next time, stay safe in the kitchen, and for God's sake, cook your food properly.